is my first Xbox controller. I was playing a game of Karachi, and I was just doing bad. I think I ended the game like 8-8 before I rage quitted, and I was just so mad. I took the controller and I spiked it, and the controller didn't break, and that pissed me off. So I picked it up and spiked it again.
Oh. No, so after I threw my Xbox controller, and it didn't break, the battery pack popped off, I kind of felt a little ashamed. Like I'm past this. I shouldn't be raging like that. I should have a little more self-control. How are you feeling when, like post-rage?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like that. I feel like the fucking controller deserved it.
You failed me again for the last time.
Piece of shit. Why'd you work?
But there must be this sort of let's take the TV one, right? You broke a 32-inch TV, and I bet you didn't want it broken 5 minutes afterwards. Do you kind of say, wow, that?
No, I'm the kind of person that will blame the TV, like you said, for input lag. If your ass would have worked, your ass would have still been working. I got mad I had to buy another TV.
Man, mine was input lag. I played better as soon as I got the new TV, and it had this blindness thing. Like when you turned your character, not only was there input lag, so I saw things late, but the refresh was so terrible that you were pretty much not able to see what was happening on the screen. It was just like a big gray blob as your character rotated around. So when you drop shot or work your way around the corner, you might as well close your eyes. And it was just unplayable.
Yeah, like I'm kind of mad at my TV right now because I paid $1,800 for it. It's like a 60-inch Samsung, and when I bought it, I didn't have the knowledge I have now. Like I wish I could go back and rebuy a TV, and I just don't want to drop, because I'm never gonna get $1,800 out of TV again. I might get $5, and I want to use the TV to a extent. It's a fantastic TV, but I could probably get a better TV more suited for what I do. Because 60 inches is way too big for video gaming, especially as close as I sit to it. I have trouble, looking at the UAV because I have to actually move my eyes over, and that'll make me lose sight of shit that's happening on the right side of the screen. And I've died many times because of that. Another
situation, let's say you're on that little porch, the trick spot you jump to from the flat roof on Karachi. You know what I'm talking about? And you have a view of the triple story and down the hall and down the alley. It's kind of hard to watch on a big TV two spots like that. And there's a million situations where you have to keep an eye on the left and the right. And if it's 60 inches, that's not peripheral vision.
Yeah.
I actually have a little hint. Play on a computer monitor. That's what I do. I've played on my 55-inch TV, 40-inch TV. Nothing compares to the 23-inch computer monitor.
Yep.
I got a 22-inch computer monitor. It's not the best. I think Woody tested it. But I don't feel like unhooking it and hooking it back up to my computer every time. I wish I could hook my Xbox through my computer.
Yeah, when I set up the
That's what I do, yeah.
When I set up the man cave, I did all this research on what the best gaming things were. And if you go to the MLG stuff and see what the pros use, they're not, rocking 50-inch plasmas. They're using 22-inch computer monitors.
How do you hook an Xbox up to a computer tower?
So what I do, I use the BMI Pro.
The BMI
Black Magic
Pro
card.
Yeah.
And that will take HDMI inputs. And the Acer 23-inch H233H model, that's got the HDMI inputs.
That's what I have. The Acer 2.4.
Yep. I won't trade that for anything.
Yeah, I did my research. Yeah, we landed at
I
the
had
same
the
spot.
Hapag. I have the HD PVR, and I had to play on my 40-inch LCD. I did that. I only got the BMI a couple months ago, so most of my videos are with the HD PVR on the TV. Nothing compares to playing on the monitor.
So you saying if I go out there and get a Black Magic card and put it in my computer, that I'd be better off doing it that way than with HD PVR?
I think so, because what I do, you could call it what is it, Tyrannosaurus aiming or something. You just stare at the screen. You get the whole screen in your field of vision. First thing that moves, you aim.
Here's how the connections work. You got an HDMI from the Xbox to the Black Magic, and then another HDMI from the Black Magic to the monitor. Right, so that's one. And then you have a separate cable from the computer to the monitor, and you just switch the inputs. Take it from this port, take it from this port, the same way you'd switch the inputs on a TV.
What I do, I take it a step further. Oh, go ahead.
My tower's already HDMI ready. Is there any way I can hook it up through that just to test it?
I don't know.
I don't think it has an HDMI input.
You need the input and the output.
Yeah, the BMI has a pass-through, so it doesn't add any lag or anything. It just,
Yeah. You most likely have a video card that takes an output HDMI.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying because my computer monitors HDMI as well, so I got that hooked up through the tower.
Yeah. So you'd add a BMI card, and then you'd use another port on the computer monitor. That was.
Yeah, if you got a video card that has HDMI, you probably have the PCI Express slot for the BMI. You should be good to go.
Yeah.
But crack open the case and make sure you have an empty PCI Express slot.
Yeah, it's that tiny little one.
I do. I built the computer. I have one.
Okay.
I bought that for streaming, which it produces. It's like watching HD video over YouTube live.
Yeah, someone in your stream today was saying that you have the best looking stream out there.
Yeah, if you have a good upload, you can get the bitrate up to 1500. And what I do, I have the HD PVR go into the BMI so I can record while streaming. And I have the BMI. The BMI could split a component input, which is really nice.
Oh, there's one more thing I'll talk about before we shut this shit down.
I've got one too.
Well, I recently started doing the videos with the overhead and, drawn out John Madden type shit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about copying. I don't think kids understand how copying works.
So I replied on. I think I had the highest rated comment on your first one because somebody wrote, "You copied Woody," and I replied, "Yeah." And I copied Onslaught and T. Martin, and they copied John Madden, and they copied Julius Caesar, who did it in the dirt with a stick. And these aren't brand new ideas, but like drawing up a play is it's new to Modern Warfare, and it's really cool. And I think that there's going to be a certain group of people who like learning from these videos that love it. But and the end of my comment was, why don't you just give them a thumbs up instead of putting a negative spin on it? And
I just wanted to get that out there. If nobody copied anybody, there never would have been anybody past Adam and Eve. Because, fucking simplicity, that's copying.
I knew that's where we're going.
There we were headed, huh? Yeah, so I think Blaine Truth, as far as I know, was the first guy to commentate. He wasn't the first guy to put video games on YouTube, but he was the first guy to do a voiceover and talk about what he was doing and maybe why he was doing it. Or I don't know what he talked about in his very first videos, but then other guys started commentating. Hutch started doing it. Beyond used to do it, and some of those early guys. So is Hutch a copier? Lighten up. It's commentating a video game, and just because someone takes it to the next level, and I think it is the next level.
Lil Wayne's whole rap career based off copying.
Oh, God. No, not Lil Wayne again.
Why are you always picking on Lil Wayne?
Because if Shorty Low didn't exist, he'd be the worst rapper alive.
Someday, if I practice enough, I'm going to get a mini Sandy Ravage game.
Nice.
Someday I'm going to go out there. I'm going to have an 80 kill game with the Spaz and an AC-130. And when I do it, I'm going to sit there and tell people everything I've learned. And I'm going to have subs that say I copied him. And it's
apparently I started the Spaz 12 movement. I don't know why, but
because you make it look like a deadly weapon. It's
a good gun. It's really good. It's fun. It's one of the few fun things that's left in the game now that people have taken over with the tubes and all that.
Hey, anybody who shoots a new tube is copying me. All you guys got to